You know, I remember when I was a kid, when I was in high school, university, my dad would always tell me this. The best way to make money is to make money while you sleep. To make a passive income so that you can earn money while you sleep. And so I'm going to talk about that today. I'm going to talk about 10 ways that you can earn money while you sleep, that you can develop a passive income like I do. So anyways, let's get started here with number one. I have to start off with all of my money videos with essentially the same one here. So we're going to talk about YouTube. We're going to talk about, websites. We're going to talk about, just blogs, whatever. Okay, so making money through websites, YouTube, blogs, and specifically the advertising money that comes through that. So for example, me on YouTube right now, I think that my take-home pay at the end of this month will be somewhere, just from the YouTube AdSense money, will be somewhere around $2,500 to $3,000 this month. Somewhere around there. And the thing that I really like about this is that it's all passive income. If I were to not upload a video for the next couple of weeks, I'll still probably make somewhere around $1,500 this month. Just from passive income, from having those videos up on YouTube. And so that's what I always recommend people. Start a YouTube channel. Even if you suck at making videos, even if you're awkward on camera, even if you have nothing interesting to talk about, make videos. And then after you get, I think, 1,000 subscribers, you can monetize them. And roughly speaking, for every 1,000 views you get, for me, every 1,000 views I get somewhere like $12 or something like that, 12, 13, 14 bucks, somewhere around there. I think it's somewhere around there. For the average YouTuber, it's somewhere around $2 to $3 right now. And so, seriously, if you can get even one viral video of 1 million views, we're talking you can make, thousands of dollars from that in passive income. Thousands of dollars, maybe $10,000, sometimes more than that. And so YouTube channel is really a good way to go, and advertising on your website too. So using Google AdSense to put ads on your website, your blog, whatever. So if you were to draw in, thousands of people, tens of thousands of people, 100,000 people a month, we're talking about hundreds of dollars a month in passive income. In stuff where if you were to not even blog for 2 weeks, you would still make money. Because your website's always going to be up there. People are always going to be looking at your blog, even if it may go down over time. If you don't upload more blogs, then again, you're still going to be making money. And so this is my favorite source of passive income. And I've talked about this too. This is my favorite. I love making videos. I just love creating videos and editing and uploading them and building a conversation like this. And so that's always the number one thing I say when anything has to do with passive income on this channel, whatever I talk about, because it's my favorite. It's by far my favorite. So we're going to talk about number two, which is something I like, but you have to have a little bit of money for this. So we're going to talk about dividend stocks. So if you have some money, you have maybe, let's say you have $100,000, okay? So maybe you're 35 years old, you have $100,000 or 40 years old saved up. If you were to put your money into dividend stocks, into stocks that pay you a 4% dividend, so if you, just by owning your stock, owning these stocks, they will actually pay you 4% on every single dollar you've invested in them. And this is how it works. A lot of people don't realize this is one of the ways you can invest in the stock market. People think that when you invest in stocks, it's all about hoping the stock goes up over time. And a lot of people do that. However, my strategy is kind of based on that, but it's more based on having dividend stocks so you have a guaranteed return. So $100,000, if you were to put them into dividend stocks, all of a sudden, if you get 4% from that, we're talking $4,000 a year, right? Yeah, about $4,000. And the stock, odds are that'll go up 4% per year. So you're having a $4,000 return in cash and a $4,000 return in appreciation, an increase in the stock. And so you can sell the stock if you really want to, but that is a source of passive income. It's something where you just throw your money into a bank stock or to McDonald's or whatever, and they're going to pay you a few percentage points on your money. For some of you, it may not be worth it, only 4% or 8% if you account for everything, or 10%. For some of you, it's not worth it. But for a lot of you that have money piled up, that's a good route to go. Investing in dividend stocks. Making money while you sleep, you don't have to do anything. And this is, seriously, investing in dividends requires the least amount of work out of everything here on this list. It requires no work. The only work is setting up your account. And then it's just literally clicking buttons. Clicking buttons, which you can do it under a minute. And you will get 4% to 8% on your money. So we're going to move on here to the next thing, which is number three. So this we're going to say that this is going to be Let's say affiliates. We'll go affiliates because I've been getting into this lately. Again, I haven't done this in a couple of years. Well, I mean, I've been getting into it the past 6 months, but I've been diving into it a little bit more in the past 3 or 4 months, I guess. So past month specifically. But affiliates. So you can be an affiliate for a website. What does that mean? You essentially get paid a commission for selling something online. You are essentially an agent, a real estate agent, except for online stuff. That's what you are. So the example is Amazon. Amazon is the biggest affiliate marketplace in the world. So if you are to send out a link and say, hey, check out this book, and someone clicks on it, and they end up buying that book or anything else on the website, you get a commission that ranges from 4 to, I think I've seen 15, 16% on there. 20% sometimes. Sometimes it can be more. If you go into other sites like ClickBank, you can get a 40 or 50% affiliate commission. And so, I mean, people make hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars on this every single year. Actually, I did a video on this a few days ago about how podcasters specifically, Pat Flynn, Smart Passive Income, and John Lee Dumas, Entrepreneur on Fire, they actually make more money from affiliate links than they do from podcast sponsorships. They get more for selling other people's products through their podcast than they do for people advertising on their podcasts. And we're talking about a podcast that gets millions of downloads every single month. So affiliates can be very lucrative for you, especially if you have any sort of following of even a few thousand people. I mean, we're talking about a passive income where all you do is post a link, and that link is on there forever. And if someone clicks on it and buys something, you can get a commission of whatever, a few bucks, $10, $100, whatever you're selling on there. So I was actually thinking, like, are there houses on eBay they can get a commission for? Or Amazon? But no. Actually, there were houses for sale on eBay, I thought, at one point. But I think you have to contact the agent. You can't get a commission for it. But anyway, so affiliates, fantastic way to make money while you sleep. I've done it. It's not as lucrative for me as the other ones, as a lot of other ones on here, but for some people that can be there. For a lot of people, we're going to talk about the podcasters specifically and YouTubers. Affiliate links are usually the second or third highest form of income. You know what, maybe we should talk about the highest form of income here. So this is the highest. And I talked about this, about how YouTubers and podcasters and social media influencers, for people that actually do this, this is by far their number one source of income, most of the time. So we're talking like a membership site. So membership site / courses or online courses. And I talked about this. For a lot of YouTubers and a lot of podcasters, I have my own. You make more money from doing this stuff, from making your own membership site and courses, online courses, teaching people how to make a YouTube channel, than you do actually from your YouTube channel. And I've been completely open and honest about that. Is that, like, I've been making YouTube videos a long time, years. I've been making a passive income on YouTube for years. And then recently, like 6 months ago, I've been kind of teaching people how to, make money online and join this membership website. And I'm uploading, how to build your own YouTube channel, how to make your own passive income. And you make more money from setting up a membership site or a course like that than you do from actually the passive income that you built up over the past few years. And that's usually how it works. I saw the guy recently, the Tanner J. Fox guy, who has been making passive income on Amazon for years. We're going to get to that in a second. Making however many thousands of dollars a month. By teaching people how to make thousands of dollars a month, he became a millionaire by doing that. So that's something that you guys should look into. And this is another thing. It's because it's online, it's always up. People will always be able to click on your link. And if it's a membership site, it's recurring. If it's an online course, it's always up there so people can always buy it. You can always go onto Grant Cardone's website and buy his Cardone University at any time of the day. And so people will buy that. I've had that for me. People have bought my courses when I've been asleep at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. sometimes, and you wake up and you've already made some money. And that's a really good source of passive income for a lot of people. Now, I was going to talk about consulting and stuff, but that's not a form of passive income because consulting can be very lucrative too. But that's not a source of passive income that you make while you sleep. So we're going to move on here to number 5 here, which is, so just online content. So online content, I guess I'm going to lump this one together actually with number 10 here, but I'm going to list some more here. So online content, we're talking about stuff like stock photos, stock videos, music, writing your own music. You're essentially getting paid for your art over time. So if you were to take a picture of a beautiful picture of New York and you were to upload it to iStock or whatever, charge $60 for it, which is, I think $60 is the going rate. Or is that for a video? I think it's $100 for a video and like $60 for a photo or $40 for a photo. And so you take whatever, you take 60% of that or 80% of the money you receive, and every time that is sold on iPhoto or iStock or whatever the site is, you get money. And it's always going to be up on there. It's a nice way to make passive income while you sleep. And even though I made an attempt at that, or I was going to make an attempt at that, I chose not to, I got really busy. I heard that that can be a really lucrative way for artists. If you care a lot about your art and photography and videography, this is a very good way to make money, especially if you market yourself even online. So if you were to, say, make your own website and have thousands of videos and photos that you've made over the past however many years, then you can build up a nice library website. You can build up your own iStock or iPhoto and sell those for royalties. And say, okay, yeah, you can use my photo in your advertisement, in your YouTube advertisement, if you pay me $50 or $100. And that's usually how this works. And if you sell one of those a day, $100 a day, that's a $36,000 a year job. If you sell one of your videos for $100 every single day, that's a $36,000 a year job. So anyways, that's a really good one, especially if you're an artsy person. So we're going to move on here to what I was talking about before, which is Amazon. Amazon, specifically FBA or drop shipping. Dropship. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to fit on there. Drop shipping. So you can do this on eBay too, but Amazon's probably the better way. So Amazon, selling on Amazon. Here's how you do it. I'll just give you the Coles notes. You find a hot product on Amazon that you'd like to sell. You contact Chinese manufacturers. You get it shipped over to wherever you're living, America, Canada, wherever. So the Chinese manufacturer sells it for very, very cheap. That's generally why things are made in China. They build stuff for very, very cheap. You buy it over here. Let's say your products, you bought it, everything including shipping is $2. You send it to an Amazon shipping location, Amazon FBA, all of your inventory. Let's say you buy 1,000 of them, so you have $2,000 of inventory. You ship all of your units to them, all 1,000 units to them. And what happens is that you post it online on Amazon, and every time someone buys it, let's say you post it for $10, you make an $8 profit, Amazon ships it for you. Amazon will do this for a small price of whatever, 50 cents a unit, $1 a unit, whatever it is. And you don't have to do anything. Apart from restocking and contacting the manufacturer again, you don't have to do anything. You just make money while you sleep. And that's it. People make thousands of dollars with that. However, it is a little bit more time consuming in terms of, dealing with the shipping and getting that over customs and contacting the manufacturer and stuff. But once you put in that upfront time commitment, it's essentially you're making money while you sleep. And that's a really good way to do it. So we're going to move on here to number 7. Number 7 here, actually that got clumped in here. So we're going to talk about ebooks and Kindle /Kindle. So there are lots of people out there where they will make 20-page books. They'll write one of those every single day, and they will make hundreds of these in a year, and they'll sell each one of them for $3. Okay? They sell each one of them for $3. It's all online, so people can download them right away. You don't have to ship them or anything. And once you build up enough of these, if you sell maybe your first book, you only sell one a day, which is only $3 a day, okay? Only $3 a day. But after you get 100 of these up there, and maybe you even sell 50 a day, that's $150 a day that you can make while you sleep. You don't even have to write any more books. And if one of these becomes a bestseller, all of a sudden you're making lots of money. So making ebooks and Kindle books and selling them online, that's a very passive way, because you don't have to work every day. You don't have to write a book every day, and you will still make money. That's the dream, right? Making passive income, making money while you sleep. So we're going to move on here to number 8. Number 8 requires tons of work up front. Tons of work up front, which is an app. A couple of friends of mine did this. I've joined in on one. Although I backed out to venture into other things. Putting in a lot of work up front for an app that is either pay up front, so either pay to access the app or have in-app purchases like a lot of games have. If you make one of those and you get into the top 100 on any category or any subcategory, we're talking thousands of dollars a month, tens of thousands of dollars a month. Clash of Clans worth whatever, $100 million or more probably. So this is a good way to make money while you sleep because yeah, sure, you'll probably have to update the app, whatever. If it's a game once every couple of weeks, if it's a static app, maybe like I have a ruler app on my phone that has advertisements I downloaded 5 years ago, and it's still here. The person's still making money from it. So doing that, it's something where if you build a ruler app, you don't have to update it ever. It's unless maybe you update it for operating systems, and that's it. You make money while you sleep, and you just make a bunch of these apps, a bunch of these low-cost apps. Actually, someone was on like a show like Shark Tank or the Apple Music. What's the Apple Music show? Something Planet of the Apps. Someone made an app, and it was an app I had on my phone, and it was like a flashlight app. And they were talking about how they make like $100,000 a month from that. Just a simple app like this. There we go, like that. Simple app, $100,000 just by doing that. Just by being the first person to do that. So making an app can be very lucrative. You can pay someone to make the app for you, or you can make it yourself. There's tons of tutorials online. I've made one before, personally, when I was in high school. When I was in high school, I was able to make one. So you can definitely make one, for sure. But yeah, it can be very lucrative. So we're going to move on here to a couple things now. Numbers 9 and 10 are stuff which are not for everyone. And one of which we're just going to call number 9 old school. Number 9 is old school. So how did people make money passively before online? How did people do it before the internet was a thing? Well, one of the ways people did that was they bought laundry machines, drying machines, and vending machines. And that is something you can still do today if you really want to, and you want to strike a deal with your convenience store owner or someone like that. You can do that, or your laundromat owner, or some owner of a condominium, and say, hey, can I put this here? It's a 25-cent whatever vending machine, or you can use a card now these days, and I will pay you this, or pay you a royalty for everything that's sold. And that's how people made money. Vending machines and laundromats. I mean, that's actually how Coca-Cola, they were a vending machine company like 50, 60, 70 years ago. And they actually couldn't raise prices on their Coke because of a few deals, actually. So the price of Coke stayed the same for like 100 years. I don't know if people know that. It was only like 10 cents or 25 cents or something like that. And it was mostly through vending machines and lots of stuff too. But that's a whole different story here. So 9 is old school. And number 10, I don't know if this is going to fit on the camera. Probably won't. But number 10 is stuff that we're just going to say it's not for everyone. So we also say peer-to-peer. Peer-to-peer, and we will also say, let's go real estate, RE. So this is stuff that's not for everyone because it's a little bit, so peer-to-peer lending, for those of you that don't know what it is, you are essentially, if you have $1,000, it's like investing in dividend stocks except slightly riskier. You lend someone $1,000 online, and there's tons of sites for this. They will pay you 4% interest for 3 months or something. They will pay you back $1,040 total in the next few months. And that's how that works. And so you can keep doing that. It's a nice way to make a passive income. However, there is some risk, and I haven't done this myself, so I don't recommend you do it unless you know what you're doing. And the other one too is a more active form, so I didn't really put this on here, but real estate. Rental real estate, that's what I want to do. Real estate investing, you need a ton of money for it, but you can build an empire with tax deductions and lots of things. I'm not going to get into that because I know a lot of you, if you're watching this video, probably aren't interested in real estate investing if you want to make money while you sleep. So, but it can be very lucrative. I recommend you check out my other videos, my real estate videos, and it'll teach you a lot about real estate investing. So anyways, that's going to wrap this video up. I'd like to say thank you very much for watching. Check out my stock market course and link below if you want to know how to invest in stocks, pick up dividends. In my Wealth Accelerator too, it teaches you how to build a side business and so on. So anyways, that's going to wrap it up. Thank you very much for watching. You're all very beautiful people, and I'll see you guys in the next video.